What's good, YouTubers? This is Good the Grey, and today I'm going to be talking about my Pokemon Y WonderTypeLocke rules. Now, within this playthrough, this playthrough is going to be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my channel. I've figured that out. So yeah, that's when my channel is going to be. This is when my series is going to be on my channel and what episode it is. But yeah, in this video I'm going to talk about the possible concerns that can come up and rules. So, the Nuzlocke variant rules. The player can only catch the first Pokemon they encountered on a new route, no second chances. So, whatever you first encounter, you have to catch that Pokemon, that is it. And if a Pokemon in your party fails during an encounter or a trainer battle, that Pokemon is considered dead and must be placed in a death box in your PC or released from your party. I'm going to decide I'm going to keep my Pokemon just because, you know, I can have a good history of who I had. Every Pokemon in your PC cannot be used until there is a free space in your party from a dead Pokemon. So when your Pokemon is dead, take it out, put it in a death box, and then you can grab a new Pokemon from your PC and put it into your free space. And you must nickname all Pokemon you capture in one continuous name throughout the challenge, e.g. all Pokemon I capture will be called WonderGive because that's who I am, as you guys know, and you know, it's more continuous and it's more personal to me as well as it is to Pokemon. It strengthens the bond. This is the Wonder Trade variant. When you catch a new encounter, that is your ticket to Wonder Trade that Pokemon away in order to get a Pokemon that is unable to join your party or sit only on deck box in the PC. If it helps set up a Wonder Trade box, reminding you to Wonder Trade those tickets or Pokemon away. So yeah, this is like really helpful, guys. I hope that I'm gonna set up a WonderLocke variant. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This is also another Wonder Trade variant. If you receive the same Pokemon from Wonder Trades, Dupe Clause is activated and you can Wonder Trade off that Pokemon for something different. So if you get 2 Pidgeys or something from Wonder Trade, you have to Wonder Trade away the second Pidgey that you got, as no 2 Pokemon can be the same throughout the challenge. This applies to Pokemon in the on-deck box within the PC, as well as those in the party. So no 2 Pokemon is going to be the same throughout this whole challenge, whether it's in the PC or in the party. In a Type Lock challenge, the format of this challenge changes because you are only allowed to have different type Pokemon within your party at all times. For example, Sharpedo and Milotic cannot be in your party at the same time because they are both water types. This works with dual typing as well. If a Pokemon is a dual type, as you'll still see in the example in a minute, you can't have both of them in your party. You can't have two Pokemon of the same type in your party because, you know, that complies with the rules. This is also a Wonder Trade variant. However, if you have the same type Pokemon from Wonder Trade, you can choose what Pokemon to put in your free space, as long as it's not the same type as one other Pokemon in your party. If it is, then that Pokemon will have to stay in the PC until a later stage. It's like what I said before, guys, with Milotic and Sharpedo, they cannot be in the party at the same time because they are both water types, and this is obviously the same with dual typing as well. The Pokemon types that are in your party are described as in motion, but you can only lose your property types only once. Once a Pokemon dies, you cannot use a live Pokemon that is the dead Pokemon type. For example, if a Greninja, Water Dark typing, had died, you cannot use Blastoise or Mightyena from now on, because they are Water Dark, so you literally get one chance to use one type, and then if they are dead you have to use all the other types that are available to you. The purpose of a Type Lock challenge is to make your choices limited with what you use, making this challenge even more tougher. And in my opinion, this is my opinion, guys, it's not opinionated, it's not like a fact on Wikipedia or anything. I would say Generation 6 is probably the most easiest generation to run through because you get a lot of boosts from trainers when you're battling them. So including this variant makes the challenges more tougher to me, and because, this is the first challenge I've ever done, I wanted to make it hard as I can. So, here we have some concerns that might appear in the challenge. First one, do you have to want to trade away gifted or event Pokemon? This can be Lapras, Lucario, or Yveltal, and with the exception of Yveltal, because it is a legendary Pokemon, you can choose to keep him if you want, or want to trade him for an extra encounter, but you do have to want to trade away gifted or event Pokemon, and it does count as an extra encounter. So every Pokemon you get from Wonder Trade, from Wonder Training in the Lapras or Ricardo, you can keep. If you use Repels to get across a route, can you come back and get your encounter at a later time? Yes, you can. There is no restriction saying that once you've skipped a route and gone to a town or something, you can't go back, but you actually can. Because you haven't actually run into a rare Pokemon on that route, so you can come back anytime to catch a Pokemon to Wonder Trade away. There is no restriction saying that, I could complete the game and then go back to Route 1 or 2 or something because I have not got a Pokemon from that route. You can't see what I mean? Fishing in towns or cities counts as an encounter. Yes, it does. But if you have received a Pokemon within that town city, you can't fish for an encounter. For example, if you could, I'm not saying you can't, but if you could fish in Ambret Town, you wouldn't be able to fish for a new encounter unless you restored, if you restored the Jaw or Sail fossil in the fossil lab. If you didn't, then you could have gone fishing. So, I might be doing that. What happens if you run out of Pokemon types during the challenge? If you run out of possible Pokemon types to have in your party, you can't use a same type Pokemon as one in your party. They all have to be different. You'll have to keep going with the Pokemon you have in your party until all your Pokemon are dead or you complete the game. So it's literally a matter of once a type's gone, they've gone, and you have to keep going with what you got, hopefully making it to the end or face a sudden death. Can you use pure type Pokemon and dual type Pokemon in the party at the same time? Good question. Yes, you can, just as long as two Pokemon don't interlock with typing. For example, you can't have a Dugtrio and a Gabite because they are both ground types. Even though Gabite is Dragon Ground, you can't have a ground type in the party with a Dugtrio because they are both ground types. Therefore, they interlock, and the type block rules are picky like that. This challenge is very picky, I will admit. Well guys, that is all the Wonder type rules I can think of, and any leading concerns. If you can think of interesting variants that you can think of and rules, leave them in the comments below and I will address them in the video, hopefully at an early episode as I can. But yeah, that's all the possible concerns I can think of as the upcoming challenge. If you think you can have any further concerns that might come up, leave it down in the comments and I will reply to your comment or address it in the video if it comes up. This has been Give the Grey and I'm signing off.